Well, I think, Fred, it's important that we define what terrorism is. And I got it somewhere. I think if you can allow me just to read what that is. But as I look for it, because it is somewhere, it actually talks about use of violence to scare the state or to gain political. Okay, this is what it is. Terrorism is a calculated use of or the threat of violence to instill fear and coerce government or societies, often for political or religious ideology. If we define it that way, I do not have any other opinion apart from calling everybody that participated in whatever we call demonstrations as a terrorist, because that is exactly what it is intended to. The things that we see in our streets, when you burn a police station, when you actually attack a police officer, when you ban a whole institution of the county government in Murang'a, not Murang'a, but Nyandarua and Kiambu, when you do that and actually even attack individuals, members of parliament's homes, that basically means that you're targeting government. And if you listen to the people that are the planners of this thing, they are known. They are the people that actually even congratulated the youths and say you've done a good job. So it basically means that the things that we see in the streets is not as per Article 37 of the Constitution. It is actually an act of terrorism because they are trying to instill fear into the government. Actually, they are trying to overthrow government. If you see people going to parliament and burning parliament, if you see people organizing to go to State House to remove the president unconstitutionally, there is no other definition, Fred, here that we can say it is not terrorism. That is terrorism. You basically can put everything in that definition that is, as is read, these people are supposed to be judged by terror or terrorism. I cannot imagine anything apart from that. If you walk to any state, and I think I said it here before, there is the deportation of people from the US by what we call ICE, the military unit that is formed to deport people who are not having legal papers. And one officer, one sheriff in the state of Florida said it very clearly. He said you are allowed to demonstrate. But if you actually touch people's property and even try to threaten the police, they're going to shoot you dead. He said it, and he said, we're going to inform your kin where to pick your body from, because that is the country that we call the most democratic country, and yet they are willing to use their military apparatus to protect property and destroy terrorism within that country. So we cannot try to play politics here. And I will want to say, two wrongs don't make a right. So that, Senator Ruto, when we are discussing a matter that has been put before us, let us not try to go and create other issues so that it becomes political. Let us try to dissect this factor. Let us try to deal with that matter, because we can all politically look at everything. I can even be able to bring in the DCP person as the head of terrorism. But I don't want to do that, because that is not the matter we are discussing here. What we are discussing here, we are discussing terrorism. We keep it to terrorism.
Okay, Senator, there are those who argue that this is simply a weaponization of the criminal justice system to counter dissent by this administration.
Yes, and Fred, I want to protest